It's Brian here from the Wilson Family Lights. Hope everybody had a marvelous weekend. So, we dropped our DIY video on how to make a mini matrix over the weekend. Basically, we took some 12 millimeter pixel strips, cut them down, took 100 addressable pixels, built a wooden frame. Now we've got a sign that we can display our radio station across, as well as any other type of little message that you would want. So, as a result of that, I need to start doing some programming with xLights. I have another desktop that I run my show on, but I want to be able to do the programming from my main computer where I've got three 32-inch monitors because I'm old, feeble, and blind. So basically, it's like being in a cockpit or I'm in the space shuttle with the amount of computer screen that I have. Anyways, so we're going to do a install of xLights. Start fresh. What I will do with my new computer, or the old computer that I have to run my show, is I'll just do the updates. So you open up your favorite web browser and just put in, got to spell it right, but it figured it out for me, xLights. So we're going to go into the xLights page, and this is what it looks like. So now we're going to go up into downloads, and you're going to find the latest version is typically what is up here, and you can find old versions down here. So if you're running an older computer, we'll say, maybe you want to run something that's a little bit older, taking up less resources, not a conflict with your OS, that type of thing. You have these options. And then obviously, if you're a Linux person, Unix, I run a computer that has that on it, but that's just for doing diagnostic and a few other things. Or if you are a Apple guy or girl, gives you an option for that as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the 64-bit version, and then it will start to do its downloading thing. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with my internet today, but it is crawling. And I've got 5G too, or whatever the heck they call it. So I don't know. So we're also going to download this other thing called a Vamp plugin. This allows you to do tighter integration for setting your drops, is what I call them. So the beat of a song's going on, Halloween, dun 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 dun. You want to have it flash during each one of those keyboard chords. This plugin allows you to get a tighter look and to have a much more accurate portrayal of that. So I'm going to download this as well. And we'll let that download. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Today, I don't know what's going on with my internet. I don't know. My wife's down doing out in her office, sucking up all the bandwidth. So while this is trying to figure out what it wants to do, we will click on that. All right, you're going to get a Windows protected your PC error message. Do not worry about this. xLights is a recognized and legitimate program. So basically what happens is Windows sees a program that they're like, oh no, I don't know about it. They didn't sanction it. They didn't write it. So they immediately think it's going to be some sort of diseased file. It's not the case. So all you need to do is just continue, and you're going to run it anyways. And then in the background, the program will start running, and you get this. So you want to say yes. It's going to find a place on your hard drive to drop. I'm going to call it xLights. I always create the desktop shortcuts. That way I can find the program after. For anything like me, on one of my other screens here, I've got 400,000 shortcuts. And then we're going to click no on the both of those. If you feel the need to read through, it looks like something you get from Apple when they update their terms of security and everything, and you get that thing that's about 400,000 pages long. It's the same type of thing. So I'm going to hit finish. That's done. So now we're going to go back to and see if the vamp, oh, that's not the page I wanted. That's where I get some of my bootleg music that I listen to. There we go. Let's see. Did not install or download. Connection timed out, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that's about. So we're going to try to do the vamp plugin download again. May not just want to work right now. It's not necessary for this. It is something you would want to download later and install. I'll download it, and if you really need it, email me. WilsonFamilyLights32129 at gmail.com, and I will just forward a copy of that to you if it's giving you a hard time. So we're going to go out of that. I'm going to go into xLights, double click on that. You get your xLights. Then it's going to, you're going to need to do a show directory, which is where all your files are going to get housed. Typically, I go into documents, and then I will just let it download everything into documents. You can pick somewhere else. You want to go to your desktop, drop in stuff, documents. You want to go into, I have some storage drives here. You can go into the storage drives and drop it in there. I just drop it into documents just because it's easiest to find. Select folder. Folder chosen does not contain. It's not it. Blah blah blah. You sure you want to? Yes. All right. This is what it's going to look like when you first open it. It's going to ask you for an email address. I already have a profile set up with them, so that's why I'm using this one specifically. And you can send feedback if you have trouble, you run into problems. You can send them copies of logs, and you will actually get someone who wrote this, because it's a communal effort amongst a bunch of programmers who do this for free. This is kind of their hobby. Pretty good. So you can do that. So that's what it looks like once you open. So you've got three layouts here: sequencer, layout, controller. We're going to do another video on setting up the controller, how you go about doing that, because this connects through a normal network line on a Cat 5 or a Cat 6 regular network cable off the back of your computer. Most of us are Wi-Fi, so you have your plug-in for your LAN card free. And then sometimes you have to go in and change a couple settings of that, which we'll go over. And then your layout page is where you put in your different display items. So we'll drop in here just for S&Gs. You don't get this every time. The update, this is what you get. They've taken the most common companies and put their models into xLights. So you don't have to go find it. You don't have to download it. It's already there. So I'm going to close. I closed it. Let's go back in. xLights. Go into downloads and see if the vamp will download this time. Ran into this before, 2 years ago, I think it was, and the link was having a problem. It kind of resolved itself after a few days. So All right, now no luck with that part of it as of right now. I will get it and download it, and I'll have it in my Google Drive. If you really need it, you can't get it, just PM me. Wilson Family Lights 32129 at gmail.com, and I'll give you the link to my Google Drive where you can get that. The other thing that we are doing this year is we're giving away 10 Lightorama sequences that are all set to go. They're completely sequenced. They're sequenced to the music and to custom video. So if you like, comment, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, I will be happy to send over those 10 fully functional Lightorama sequences so we can help you get up and running for Halloween this year. So, all right, Brian here from the Wilson Family Lights. This is part of our xLights DIY series. Look for the next video to drop next week where we're going to go into setting it up with your computer, getting your computer talking to whatever you're using for a control unit. I'm specifically using a Falcon F16. So, all right, take care. Have a great day.